To catch the escaping prisoner, Detective Willoughby rode an electric bike and removed the screws from the prisoner's tank. The next second, the prisoner's tank had collapsed into a pile of parts. But when he saw Detective Willoughby's physique, the prisoner simply picked him up and shoved him into a bucket. Unexpectedly, the detective was wearing a wetsuit. Then he whipped out a water gun and escorted the prisoner right back to jail. But the prisoner wasn't giving up on escape. He realized anything he could grasp might become a tool for fleeing. The detective, however, had anticipated his move, so he replaced everything in the prison with fakes. To keep him from escaping again, the detective locked him in a reinforced iron cell, but that still wasn't enough to stop him. He crawled out through a skylight vent, yet the detective had expected that too. He dropped an iron ball through the vent, knocking the prisoner back inside. At that moment, an engine roared outside. The prisoner thought, "That's my chance." He smashed through a window and plummeted into a mound of dirty laundry. Little did he realize the vehicle wasn't leaving the prison, it was there to wash the dirty clothes. With a shriek, he was scalded and shot straight up into the sky. The detective had tied the iron ball to his foot. The prisoner hoisted the iron ball and hurled it upward. The ball flew him outside, but before he could celebrate, the detective pulled out a magnet and yanked him right back. That pushed the prisoner over the edge. He bit through his iron chains and flung them at the detective. As a plane crashed nearby, the detective lost the strength to resist. Yet the prisoner wasn't done. He tossed the detective into a trash bin, then smashed both the bin and the detective flat with a hammer. But when he pulled the bin away, the detective was gone. All that remained was a box of chocolate. Unable to resist, he dug in, but when he looked at the label, he realized it wasn't candy, it was a bomb. Fortunately, he survived the blast. At that point, he'd had enough. He grabbed a piece of lumber and tried to break down the prison gate, but unexpectedly, the detective opened the prison door for him. The prisoner was completely baffled. It turned out today was his scheduled release date, but he didn't want to leave. He had grown addicted to life on the run, so he started plotting how to get himself back inside.